with a new STEM exploration. Usually we do one after family story time where we've read a really cool book and then we do a science experiment that kind of goes with it. But today I'll be doing it from home and I invite you to try it yourselves. So I was reading this really cool book, Dinosaur versus the Library by Bob Shea. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we made dinosaur eggs? And guess what? I did! Before we get into our dinosaur eggs, I'm going to tell you there is a chemical reaction going on here, so we need safety first. Perfect! Now we're ready for our cool eggs. I've got a pipette and I've got some mystery liquid. I'm going to get some on here and I'm going to drip it over my egg. Pretty cool. We can see that it's fizzing and that it is slowly dissolving all of our dinosaur egg. Now I wonder what this liquid is. It can't be just water. Water wouldn't act like this. And what's inside our dinosaur egg but a small dinosaur? This is an easy science experiment that you can do at home with stuff that you can find around your kitchen. Well, maybe not the dinosaurs. First, you're going to need baking soda, water, a bowl to mix everything in, a good mixing spoon, food coloring if you want your eggs to be different colors, a teaspoon for measuring out the water, and later, vinegar for your chemical reaction. Of course, you're going to probably want a little dinosaur, or if you want a big one, a big dinosaur to make a huge egg. If you have Lego figures or even coins, anything can go inside the egg, so long as it can take a little bit of a chemical reaction. So let's get started. First, I'm going to scoop out some baking soda in a bowl. Now, depending on how big your figure is that you want to turn into an egg, I can't tell you how much you're going to need. You're going to have to guess. If you have a little baby dinosaur like I did, maybe 3 big spoonfuls is good. And it's going to look a little something like that. I'm going to add food coloring to the water. This makes it a lot easier to mix in. And I think I'm going to do green, very dinosaur color. I'm just going to add 3 or 4 drops. And now with our water that color, we're going to put a little bit of water in with our baking soda. I'm going to start out by putting 3 or 4 teaspoons at a time. And you're going to mix it up until it's the consistency of wet sand. There. You know it's done when you can take some in your hand and you can squeeze it together and it keeps its shape. Now we're ready to put our dinosaur in its egg. This part's really easy. Get your dinosaur or your Lego figure or your coin and you're just going to use it like you do wet sand. You're going to make a ball and you're going to push your dinosaur in and you're going to keep packing that wet mixture all around until he's completely covered. There we go, just like that. Now, he's ready to be excavated just as he is, but if you wanted to make him a little bit firmer, you could put him into the freezer for about 10 or 15 minutes just to make it a little harder. Sometimes it's fun to hide it and then excavate the egg and then see what's inside later. And usually that means you've got to make it a little firmer to do that. Now it's time to get our dinosaur out of its egg. But first, safety. Perfect. Now we're going to be doing a chemical reaction, and for that we need vinegar. Vinegar is an acid, and that baking soda that we just put into our egg is a base. And when they combine together, they create gases, and that's why you get all of that fizzing sound. So let's get this dinosaur out of its egg. Look at that chemical reaction go. Now, if you have enough vinegar, we can dissolve all of our baking soda. Or if you want to do it just a little bit at a time and keep watching that chemical reaction go, totally up to you. You can use a spoon, I have a pipette, or if you want to go super fast, you could just dump all of your vinegar on. And you can see it's going to keep reacting until our little dinosaur has come out. Now, my friends, thanks for tuning in, but I don't want you to just watch. I want you to do this at home. So, ask your parents if it's okay if you can raid the kitchen and create a really cool dissolving dinosaur egg just like me, but please post it on Facebook or send us an email to let us know that you've been doing this. What was inside of your egg? I want to see. Thanks for joining me.